Welcome back to Tyranny. This time, never mind, let's see what's happened. That's the Scarlet Curse by the looks of it. Entering the other side of the fort. With fire. As I said, I really don't want to fight them, but if we're gonna be in our way or be complicated and shit, then we will kick their ass. I just wanted to loot the cart, but no, cutscene. Stand aside, Ascension Hall is ours, alone for the taking. The fifth eye swings his spear in broad arcs as he roars in the cracking tenor. Withdraw at once, before you feel the weight of 1,000 coarse blades and bludgeons. No sooner would a family of maggots beat a pack of wolves. The favored commander beckons the Scarlet Course forward. Come, I'll take you 5 at a time just to make things fair. So, about the edict. The commander looks back at you and gestures north. We'll stall them. You make a break for the inner sanctum. But I wanted to loot the cart. There was loot in the cart, god damn it. Might have been something that could have been an upgrade, but no. Anything here?
Yes.
Yes, there is. They're here, they breach the perimeter. They're in the keep. Whistling a shrill warning signal, the Oathbreaker falls back deeper into the keep. It's a trap.
Sorry, I can't.
Yes, you can. That's a gem. Anything else? Yes, another lootable thing. With a shield. Is that a thing for you? Nah. No, you should not run in first. Go ahead and get in range and then literally fire. Whooshy whoosh. Then set him on fire. Is it a him? Set 8 on fire then. And just toss your spear casually. And whooshy whoosh.
I got it.
That's the whole build, yeah. I think I'll just get more recovery speed to get more on the... Oh wow, we took a lot of damage there, didn't we? How many wounds does he have? Can you see it on the health? Just 1 wound. That's alright then. And she has just 1 wound. I'm gonna change her battle stance. No, she's got the dodge stance already, so never mind. And he doesn't have one. Does the others have any stances? He does, apparently. It's just a tank stance, never mind.
Will do.
Anything more? No, we're forced to go into here. Slow steps. And we have company again. Can hit both of them. Sweet. Whoosh. You know when I said we could hit both of them? Yeah. And we can't target the ground. Alright, just fuck them over then.
Will do.
Hope you fancy red.
And fuck them. Am I blocking the path? I am.
Right.
Now fuck them over with fire. And then run forward and fuck them over with leading spears. Whoosh. Only hit 1, but still good. Is the stab even good? It's alright, I suppose. Now we have something hidden here. That's 2 topazes. And in there, an elemental barrier and some fruits. Ooh, there's a lot of people in there. You running first, then the rest of you.
Come at me, brave meat.
You fucking froze. Try to freeze me. There's something on the table there. Whoosh. Level up on the quill fucker, aka Lantry. Let's loot first before we... What the fuck is that? A scroll. Well, that's handy, I suppose. But hello, numbers. Ooh. Right, so what's this? Scroll. Read a scroll of stolen magic knowledge. Sure. Ah, we learned a new sigil. Sigil of Force. This is a sigil of force to channel arcane energy into magical force, push and knock enemies into the ground. Sure, why not? Ah, we don't have any expression for that one. Well, never mind then. Let's put some skills into Lantry. I might give him some quickness so he can do his healing a little bit faster, hopefully. And then... I might give second breath so he can revive people if needed. That's a good thing. As long he's not the one getting down, he does take a lot of damage, doesn't he? And you first, and then the rest.
Heads up, we have company. Sorry.
We sure do.
I got it.
Fight harder, don't give up. Whoosh.
You might learn something.
That's a nice hit. It's gonna hit 4 of them.
On it.
That's hot. Run up and put that guy on more fire.
Pay attention, kids. You might learn something.
I didn't disengage, that's a lie.
On it.
Is that one any good? It should be good. Didn't I get the thing that made me able to... what's it called? Stab more? Did I even take that? I don't think I did. I should in the future to get some good things for the melee attacks. So far we're doing good in here. That's nice to know at least. And they explode. Yeah. Let's do some brief exploring, see if there's anything more of interest here. Barrel. And in it there's a gem. Worth it. And now we go into the next room. And what we will find in the next room, probably more enemies. And loot. Preferably loot. Let's run up here, see what that guy... Oh, we're gonna... That's stupid as fuck. Oh, it's that chick. I did say we were gonna kill her. So you're the Vanguard of Kairos' conquest. Not as tall as I imagined, but we can't all choose our executioners. Already word of our defiance spreads throughout the land. You're 7 kinds of stupid if you think the war ends here. Before you stand Captain Tarkis Ari, de facto leader of the dwindling Vendrian Guard. Short, sunburned, and agitated even when standing still. Her body is compacted sculpture of muscle and bone, and her face is short of symmetry thanks to her scars and dents of dozen brushes with death. Through your lives will certainly end here in Ascension Hall, she chortles, pointing upward to the ceiling. Its stone arches somehow support the massive weight of the spire overhead. Consider yourself fortunate. Some of the finest rulers of Apex met death by duel in this hallowed hall. Truly, there's no finer place to settle in an tractable feud. Sisters, brothers, Ari looks back to her cadre of soldiers with a solemn nod. It has been a privilege to lead and an honor to share in your final days. Taking a deep breath, she turns to you, waiting silently. You had so many chances to surrender. I have orders to make this excruciating and slow. You underestimate our resolve, Fatebinder. The captain looks at her soldiers for a reassuring glance, but is met with nervous eyes and shuffling of feet. A moment of silence is broken as one of the oathbreakers dashes for the exit. Just awkwardly running off. Coward, Captain Ari stomps her boot with rage. No matter, one soldier will make no difference. Sisters, brothers, Ari looks back to her carrier of soldiers with a solemn nod. Just probably to lead, blah blah, that thing again. Any last words? Yes, a broad smile comes over Ari's face. Tell the voices of Nerat we are most thankful for his aid. Aha! We are not made this far without his support. I don't know if she's trying to bluff us, or if the voices are pretty damn deceiving. We'll just have to find out soon enough, but for now, kick their asses. Whoosh whoosh whoosh.
Will do.
Gonna check with verse and knock that fucker or not. Saving Ebb for last. Let's go ahead and taunt that fucker. Stab him. Excellent. And then some more spear throwing. Fucking hell, that's chain lightning thing. We didn't really take much damage in here at all though, did we?
Will do.
Finish her.
That's how it's fucking done.
Indeed, that's how it's fucking done. Chorus? No. Are disfavored buds. You worthless gnats, we may die, but others will follow our example. Mark my words. The captain coughs of blood. You bested their leadership, most impressive. Remind me never to underestimate the skills of a Fatebinder. I'm sure the Archon will please that I managed to do a job for you. Yeah. I do all the organization and logistics, and now you want to claim the glory? She shakes her head with a chuckle. Well, at least you have the skills to back up your arrogance. I can respect that. The clatter of madness of combat has finally ceased. Ascension Hall is, for a moment, tranquil. May pox take your children. Ari slumps to a crouch, her body trembling from injury and fatigue. With those words of defeat, the burning hum you heard in your head for days on end tapped off into nothing. Your mind returns to a state of quiet you have not felt since before you proclaimed the edict upon Meridia's well. I lay claim to Ascension Hall. Let us be free of this edict. You feel a tug on your chest as a warm energy begins to form around you. Before you know it, you feel as if you are lighter than air. Master of Ascension, Act 1. The fuck just happened to me? Am I an Archon now? Because I'd be very fine with being an Archon. The fuck is that? The fuck did we go? I am really confused right now. Really confused. Right. Is that a Stargate? From Stargate SG-1? The Mountain Spire. And those two came along as well, and the Iron Marshal. You blink away the last of the luminescent trails of your field of vision. The masonry of Ascension Hall is replaced with a wide open space in every direction, save for the slab of ancient stone beneath your feet. High winds show you, pushing you off balance. The air is cool and thin, unsatisfying to your lungs. Is this? Lantry looks out to the horizon, wide-eyed with excitement. Yes, this must be the mountain spire. When was the last time? Lantry's eyes look down over the ledge, dumbstruck by the vertical plunge. I would not do that. I'm extremely afraid of heights. Lantry backs away from the edge. I may need to retch. This is certainly a change. The wind ruffles the feathers in her hair and bursts quickly moves them out. A damn cold change. She peers over the edge. Think I could land on my feet if I jumped? Not that it would matter for long. I mean, she probably could land on her feet before they get propelled up through her knees and then into her torso. Kairos, be merciful. What now? Beric spins around on his feet, looking about, trying to take in as much he can through the narrow visor of his helm. Everywhere you look, mountains rise up along the distant horizon. The rivers and forests below bring to mind maps of Vengeance Vale. and you quickly trace the Matani, the Iron, and all the number of the waterways of the region. High when you imagine it, this is indeed the pinnacle of the spire at Vendrian's Well. How do we get all the way up here? Harry strains to stand up, clutching her side. Another question, how in the name of Graven Ash do we get down? The Iron Marshal walks to the edge, trembling a half pace back as she peers downwards. The warriors below must be sensing that the edict has ended. We should be down there, by their side. The edict is gone, and we're still standing. If I were conscript down there, I'd run for it and thank my good fortune. Burst draws herself up and takes a welcome breath. She glances down to the ground with less certainty. I hereby claim this place. This is now an extension of Tunon's court. This is no longer strictly a military concern. We need to take a breath and sift through what just happened. You would claim this place for Tunon? That would actually be a strategic advantage for the dishonored. We can't spare the soldiers to garrison this place, yet we'd like to deny the chorus every foothold possible. The Iron Marshal nods, slowly at first, then with confidence. I will happily consult Graven Ash to support this claim. Send word to Graven Ash that we are successful. That was a worthy battle. Not since Studward have I seen such courage, such determination. Oh, but the siege needed you spans ago. Agreed, and I would be honored to deliver your auspicious message to person, but... She points down over her ledge. I think the blast of magic from Spire and the Edict's end should up clear to everyone, but Graven Ash will want to know if you're safe. Go through the portal and port. Point to... Oh. Ooh. Yeah, let's do that. I had my reservations about getting involved with you, Fatebinder, but this puts them all to rest. I couldn't be more pleased to stand at your side right now. What? I raise up. You bloodthirsty fuck. To Landry, take a dictation, please. If you so require it, I'll spare you the comments about wishing my work made an impact. A quill appears in one hand, parchment in the other, and Landry writes a long, flowing hand. Your declaration of control. Once done, he hands it to your apartment with a stern look. This is barbaric. The Vendrian Guard had lost enough for one day. Tack the note into Iris' gauntlet. Push her off the edge. No, please. Weakened from injury and fatigue, Iris struggle against the grip, but to no avail. You drag her, trashing and buckling to the edge of the spire. You slide your note into the sleeve of a gauntlet and give the Oathbreaker a swift kick. For several seconds you hear her screaming, eventually the sound fades away, drowned out by the whipping winds. Yes! This is Tyranny! Oh, that was so fucking satisfying. No doubt I'm the very definition of an enemy of the Overlord. I didn't just resist, I led others into resistance. So I know what's about to happen, but I know when I've met my match, and like most folk, I know what it takes to live. If you show me mercy, I will pledge my life to you, good Fatebinder. The Tidecaster bows her own note, loading a grace. I know I'm an Oathbreaker, so my word isn't what it used to be, but I promise if you spare me, I'll serve you well. Why would I possibly trust you? Because I'm all out of reason to fight you. The Vendrian Guard and the School of Tides are no more, living with no loyalties or ties to, well, anyone. And we must all bow to Kairos' minions eventually, right? I would die before swearing fealty to the voices Norat and Graven Ash would kill me in a heartbeat. If I am to serve anyone in the New Order, it should and must be the Archon of Justice, and you're the only certain Tunon I can think to answer. My mercy has... No, I'm not greedy. Well, I say I'm not greedy, I try to loot everything I can, but that's gameplay. This is roleplay. If I let you live, I'll regret it, won't I? My fighting days are over. If you let me go, I'm gone. Gone from this battle, gone from the tears. I'll never harm another son of Kairos for the rest of my hermit life. Serve me well, then all can be forgiven. If you will have my fealty, it is yours. I, Ebb of the Tidecasters, do hereby pledge my life and loyalty to Harry. She dips in a formal bow. I will serve and obey so long as you have need or want of my skills. What? Can't I... No. I want to see what she has, but for now... We can probably inspect her later. But for now I'm happy with what we have. Vendrian's Well has fallen. For the second time since the conquest began, Kairos' armies take the citadel from its defenders. With your help, the Vendrian Guard rebellion has been crushed. You claimed Ascension Hall with your disfavored allies, satisfying the terms of Kairos' baleful edict. You and the forces of Kairos are free from the Overlord's death sentence. With the threat of execution no longer looming overhead, the Overlord's armies turned their attention away from the citadel and toward each other. The tension that fled over so long siege reached an explosive crescendo at the disfavored and Scarlet Chorus' armies, clashed iron and bronze in a hasty, disorganized battle. As his forces were cut down, the voices of Nerat and his officers escaped to the Stone Sea, leaving the conscript army to carry on their battle against the disfavored. In the aftermath, the disfavored broke camp and withdrew their forces to the Blade Grave, there to regroup and prepare for the extended campaign against the Scarlet Chorus. Having taken Veldrian's well for yourself, Archon Graven Ash recognizes your lawful claim to rule and occupy the Spire. As days passed, the wounded and injured were nursed to health. You explored your strange bastion and planned your next steps with Castle, the Liberation. As word spreads in the Scarlet Chorus and disfavored turn on each other, faction ones resolved to bend the knee on Spire to instead continue fighting. The Archon's feud has heralded the collapse of Kairos' offense. Tunon, Arcane of Justice, observes the chaos and discord spreading across the land. The Archon summons his Fatebinder to return to court at the Bastard City and report on his actions in Vendrian's well. To the Bastard City it is. Civil War, what a shame that it descended into this. Archon Ash will want to meet and discuss the next step. Best that you regroup in the Iron Hearth, gather your strength in a group, but don't leave the Archon waiting. Send Ash my regards. The General has done much for me, and I wish to be here to see this. I'll join the Archon at Ironhearth after I speak to Tsunon. That would be best. She shakes her head and looks out over the Spire with a fresh bewilderment. It's not enough that we're fighting 2 wars now. Now we have this puzzle through. I don't envy your position. See you at Ironhearth. We got... What did you do with the portal? The dizzying energy of the Spire falters, whatever force awoke the power that resides here gutters and fades, for a faint hum persists in the sculpture of the center. That's odd, there was a portal here a moment ago, but it seems to have vanished. Calm down, I can fix this. This magic is older than anything I've witnessed. I'd rather seek the Archon's guidance than fiddle with it. The humming from this curious sculptor pulses and builds in volume as it draws your attention. The thing in the middle.
On it.
This have to be some portal thing. On all the inspection, the series of symbols carved around the base of structure come into view. One symbol pulses with a blue-white glow. The pattern resembles the glowing lines of light seen on the floor in Ascension Hall, moments before you found yourself transported above the clouds. As you stare at the symbol, the chill of the wind abates and your chest swells with warmth. The air finally feels welcoming. Your lungs sated at last. I'd be careful going any closer. This whole tower is humming with energies that we don't understand. Lantry holds his quill poised over the sheet of parchment with anticipation. Now, I didn't say back away. Let's find out what it does. Just be cautious. You stake your claim on the tower and everything in it. Whatever that sculpture is, it belongs to you. I feel dizzy. Do you feel dizzy? Barrick massages the brow of his helm, causing a howl of grinding iron to echo across the expanse. Touch the sculpture. The stone is smooth and cool to the touch. Marbling patterns move with the curves of the sculpture, looking more akin to veins than imperfections of rock. You can't find a single marking to suggest an artisan's tool. As you're about to draw your fingers away, you feel a sudden return pressure to your fingertips as the sculpture touches you back. Sexual harassment. The sculpture is once again still. There is a rush of warmth from your body, a jolt of enervation that steadies your balance. A barrage of tactile sensations floods your minds as you feel footsteps and wind, but not on your face or your limbs. A moment later, the flood of information begins to make sense. You are feeling the wind against the spire, and even the weight of your own feet, as if the spire were a second spine. With the connections made, you feel your awareness pulled from this place, not as a traveler, but as one glimpses the world from impossibly far away. In this moment, there is nothing you cannot see, for you see it nearly all at once in a flood of sensations that is difficult to pass. You see a spire at the crossing of an ancient stone structure, 2 walls extending off into the distance. At the base of the Eternal Spire, settlers and merchants act in every way unconcerned, toiling under observations and unforgiving taskmasters. As the shadows of the spire falls over them, the mood changes. The settlers pause in a shared unease and look up to the sky, towards you. Some of the faces looking at you are familiar, and you recognize this place as Lathan's Crossing, where you served during the war. I know, I put that during the conquest. Near the settlement builds a joining of the ancient walls. You see a breach of the massive masonry, a cleft into the forbidden, hidden realm within the old walls. Drift into the old wall entrance. Shadows envelop you, mutting all sounds and visions with a slight delay. There is a feeling of preservation of wrongness. Whatever arcane power is allowing you sense to drift free from your body seems to falter in this place. Figures haunt the stone halls, drifting emanations of cloud, claw and fang. They pay you no heed, but you fear them all the same. In the depths of the forbidden place, the deepest chamber bathed in light, an arcane symbol illuminates its floor. Through the details hurt your eyes when you focus. With a gentle tug, your forces pulls you back to a new horizon, for it takes you a moment to recognize it at Vengeance well. You return to the awareness of your immediate surrounding. The effect leaves you unsteady on your feet. Drift closer to the spire. The spire feels similar to the one you now occupy, though instead of radiating arcane life, it reeks of dust and crumbling stone. A branch withering once pulled from its tree. It reaches for you with a barely perceptible tug. The link between you and the spire recedes. The arcane bond is still present, but the mystical energies, for the moment, are quiet. Your body flooded with excitement and fatigue, it's unclear whether the mystical connection is strengthening you or siphoning. The tower offers nothing by the way of answers, and you know that asking would only yield more silence and mystery. The deluge of sensation is over, but the positioning of the other spire still lingers in your mind. From vantage point atop the mountain spire, you can easily spot the mysterious structures, each of them rising high above their distant surroundings. There, now you can go down again, Miss Iron Marshall. Did you sense that? Lanter's signs and long sign in the air, squinting at you as he works his cantrip. The ripples are everywhere. When you move, the magic of this place stirs and churns. The portal there, those burning braziers, they all grow more intense as you approach. I think it's responding to your presence. Before we go ahead of ourselves, it's worth remembering that you ended Kairos' edict. That's no small feat. Maybe your connection to this place is related. Either way, sounds like something for the arcane-minded to investigate. Be sure to see me after your audience with Tunon. We cannot let the Scarlet Chorus gain hold in the tears. Together we will wipe them from the land. Come see me as soon as you can, Fightbinder. We have a lot of work to do.
Yes.
And so... your power spire upgrades. So, is it some time? Because I know in Pillars of Eternity it took time. Once you hired or bought something, it took time for it to be done, and then you couldn't do anything else in the meantime. A merchant, a skilled trainer, corpse eye. Who sounds fancy? Corpse eye will appear next time you travel to them. Oh. We'll just hire them all then. We do have plenty. Oh, we didn't have. Okay, I thought we had more than we did. Fuck it. And Tanara. So. Wait, we can proclaim edicts. The edict of storms is still raging. Sweet. Right, so let's chat with Ebb. I want to see her stats.
Salutations, Fatefinder. Or should I now call you Lord of Vendrian's Well? The Spire King? Prince of the suggestive vertical slab?
Glare silently.
So if I might ask, what is your plan now? The edict no longer looms overhead, and Kairos' conquest of the Tears seems to be slipping. What with the armies in civil war?
First order of business, I should speak to Tunon.
I would counsel you to do just that. I'm sure the events of Vendrian's Well are best explained from your mouth to Tunon's ears. Furthermore, I'd guess the Archon of Justice would want to know your take on the Archons and their divide.
That's all for
Short
now.
of Tunon giving you orders on pain of death, You have the luxury of acting on your own volition, though the Scarlet Chorus are likely to come.
Let them.
Whatever you decide, I'm at your disposal.
Your assistance would be helpful.
And I am thankful to not be a bloody pile of offal in Vendrian's well. Life under your banner will, I'm sure.
So what is this? Can we do something here again? No, it doesn't respond. Let's teleport down to Ascension Hall. Yes, instantly teleport, please. Is there anything else to loot here? No. And that's my throne. Spire rest bonus. Oh, we can talk to everyone by the looks of it.
So, the Scarlet Chorus and Disfavored are at each other's throats. Can't say I didn't see that coming, but the Archons might have waited until one war was over before they started another.
Their war doesn't interest me.
Funny sentiment, considering you're in the center of it. Not that I'm judging.
No, judging is my responsibility.
I'll say this much. Our time together is anything but dull. My blades are yours for as long as you'll have me.
Let's be off. And then
At least in
Lantern.
theory, I'm supposed to be observing history and not getting myself wrapped into it. All the same, this is the thrill of a lifetime. Rarely does one stand so close to monumental moments in the making. If given the choice between a multifaceted hive mind of treachery and a surly old soldier, General Grumps is the wiser choice. It's patently obvious which Archon is truly loyal to Kairos.
obviously the Game Grumps.
So, I must ask, are you planning on taking sides in the Civil War? Or do you have other plans?
I will stand with Graven Ash and the Disfavored.
The Archon of War is about as noble as a professional killer can be. And unlike the voices of Narat, he doesn't bring with him a gaggle of rapists and pillagers in his wake. The Disfavored could use your help. They are outnumbered, and I'd say outwitted by the opposition.
Outwitted, you say? I'll have you know the Disfavored boast the most capable strategists of Kairos' armies. If we're outwitted, it's because the motives and tactics of our enemies are too brainless for any rational soldier to grasp.
Ash lent me his best stone shield in a time of war. His loss. If he's such a great general, how to get him a pissing match? It's easy for Lantern to criticize the general for being outwitted. How many battles has he led?
Truer words have never been spoken. It's impossible to judge Graven Ash until you've stood in his boots and endured the burden of leadership. Even we, his followers, fall short of comprehending his magnificence.
Whatever you do next, consider that many eyes will be upon you. For you have both delivered and taken away the Overlord's edicts, and few will know how to make sense of the latter. You are an exception the Archons cannot afford to ignore. They will likely aim to control or destroy you.
Good fucking luck. Noted, let's get going. And now,
And
our
so
good friend
civil war
Barrick.
divides the armies of mighty Kairos. The reckoning that comes of this failure will be great indeed. We find ourselves in the darkest times. Brothers and sisters who fought for a similar cause now skewer each other over blighted lands, in the favor of distant powers.
What would you have done at Wendrian's well?
Backing the Disfavored was the only logical choice. Graven Ash is the only Archon worthy of your confidence, and you were wise to recognize as much. Naturally, I would have done the same. Whatever others might say about what happened in Vendrian's well, you acted from instinct. I can't help but respect that.
Onward. Anyway guys, this is the excellent time to call it an episode. We've cleansed the spire and we kicked the Vendrian guard off it. Excellent, isn't it? I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye bye.